Welcome. I'll stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, prior to tonight's meeting, there was an executive session of the town council on June 18, 2025. The executive session was called pursuant to Indiana Code 5-14-1.5-6.1 subsection B9. To discuss the job performance evaluation of individual employees, the subdivision does not apply to a discussion of the salary, compensation, or benefits of employees during a budget process. I just ask council for a motion to certify that that's why the executive session was called and that no other matters were discussed.
Got a motion.
I make the motion.
It's got a second. Seconded motion. Rick seconded. All in favor? All opposed? 4-0.
And I don't believe there is any final action to take, so that would be all you need to do for the executive session.
Okay. Certification of executive we're up to approval of minutes of the executive sessions and previous approval. Previous regular meeting as written.
And I second it.
All in favor? All opposed? 4-0. Approval of claims and payroll, June 20th to July 3rd. And June 30th, we'll have to sign more than one paper. Okay. Any questions? Do I have a motion?
I make the motion to approve all claims.
Becky made the motion to approve. And payroll.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Did you second, Rick?
I saw it.
Rick seconded. All in favor? All opposed? Gina just did this to mess with us.
There's no sound on Zoom.
There's no talking right now, sorry. Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
We're signing papers. Payroll claim.
Okay.
That special that we did the contract for. That I could in that Rosenberg or something, yeah.
Are we done? Daily Scoop vendor request.
Hi, my name is Tamara Mangold, and tonight I'm representing the Daily Scoop as the Assistant Manager in a request to the Town Board allowing us to set up as a vendor at our town pool. By partnering with HEAP and with the safe environment that you have created, the Daily Scoop can also help by bringing our frozen treats safely to the kids if granted permission. Frozen Flamingo, who in the past has set up at the pool, offered a great selection of frozen treats, in which the Daily Scoop can do the same by offering pre-scooped ice cream, our floats, cookie sandwiches, and snowball scoops. If this is something that the board will allow, in cooperation with the pool manager, we would like permission to set up for the next 4 Thursdays from 12 to 7 during pool hours. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Anyone?
Yes, we had discussed this in previous meetings, and as a board, I think we came to the decision that we did not want to allow food trucks to come in, because if we let one, then we got to let all the others come in. It is a business. We are there to make money also. So I don't think, I don't want to start that, because if we let one in, then we got to let them all in. And that's in competition of our food court.
Even if our products aren't offered in your concession.
Even if your products are not
Okay.
offered, yeah.
Okay.
Anybody else?
That's actually not what this board discussed, but I mean, we let the pink flamingo? Frozen. Sorry, frozen flamingo.
Not this year, we haven't.
Sure, that, and that's the council actually talked about that last year, allowing them, because we definitely want to support local business. And yes, we're in competition in the pool because we're trying to make money, but I think the council understands that funding the pool is something that we're always going to lose money on, but supporting local business is something we can actually do that's a positive thing for our community. So
Well, again, as I stated, we're there to make money. It's a business. And I think, again, if we let one in, then we got to let them all in. And we did discuss this in a meeting, did we not? Yeah, we did. And this is a new board. We're not in last year. This is 2025.
Last year, I voted for the frozen pink flamingo, but several people came to the porch, made trips to the porch to tell me that was a stupid vote. And after we all talked about it, I had to agree with them that we are trying to sell concessions down there. And it is taxpayer money. And so I would be against letting food vendors in. And we all support local business.
We do.
But I just am against that. After people told me I was stupid the last time.
Okay.
Anybody else? Do I have a motion?
I have a motion to not allow any vendors to come in.
Becky made a motion to not allow any vendors. Is there a second? Second. Rick seconded. All in favor? All opposed? 4-1 in favor. Sorry about that. Rob Seek.
you guys doing tonight?
Just fine. How are you, Mr. Rob?
And a small version of the plans.
Thank you. There's two.
And they're 4x36, it's actually.
Oh, that's mine.
All right, yeah, like that. You should have-
Thank you.
You're welcome. And the last one.
Have you seen these two?
And where they're different, I'm sorry, I couldn't, print it off, but. Explaining the plan that we've presented here is for, Let's Fire and EMS, down at, front of the sewer plant, so I did talk with Tim a little bit regarding the site, mainly about the sewer and water hookup. So,
Sorry,
Yes.
Rob, are you here as the county surveyor or a private surveyor?
I'm here, SIG surveying,
Sick, thanks.
yeah, I was hired by Let's EMS to do the work as SIG surveying. Sorry, I didn't qualify that.
That's okay, I just wasn't sure.
So, they first hired us to do the highway entrance for going on the US 52 through NDOT. So that's applications in. From what I heard, the inspectors come out, check site distance. And I believe it's being recommended to be passed on for approval of the permit. So we had a pre-meeting before everything started with a couple of the different people from NDOT out of Seymour and also the local district. So we communicated where everything needed to go and what they were trying to approve. So as far as I know, everything's good in that regard. In regard to the utilities, the sewer, we're gonna tap into a manhole behind down into the recycling area. I think there's a manhole down there that we'll tap into. And then second option or second thing would be is tie into your water main that goes from Main Street directly to the sewer plant. So we provided a survey. I didn't bring that with me tonight, but there'll be a survey most likely recorded tomorrow that will supply an easement. And it's showed on this plan. I know it's small to see, but on the second page, there's going to be an easement for both the water and the sewer for the town of Brookville to supply so they can have access to get to the mains. So everything else besides that is contained within the property. So
What about storm water?
stormwater, we started off with a stormwater design for a dry well. We had a geotechnical company come in, give us a report, told us what the porosity rate is, and we designed a dry well to take on the stormwater sand and gravel at a very good porosity rate. And one dry well was 40, by the reporting, was 40 times over what size for what we needed because it drained that well. It's all sand and gravel. So long story short, this was going to go through review at the county. House Bill 1037 comes along that negates any stormwater design and reviewed by local government because it's a requirement that was just passed July 1st, saying that you can't be more restrictive than what IDEM requires. And that's 1 acre or less. This site's going to be 7/10 of an acre when it's all said and done. So we were prepared to have a review done by somebody to review everything past standard according to code. But since that House bill was passed July 1st, it negates the fact to have a review for it. I'm still recommending that let's put it in. They talk like that they would do that. So it'll minimize impact on the town's property because the waterway kind of funnels down towards the recycling area.
Yeah.
So where we placed the dry well to go was going to be in a low area, and all the water we capture go in that and it just filter in the ground. So it shouldn't have any impact.
You
So-
okay with that too? Okay.
So I think basically my purpose to be here tonight was to explain to you what they're doing. I think you approve, you have a permit process for buildings, and then you approve the setbacks. So all the setbacks that are shown on the plan are according to the county's setback for the zoning district that they're in, which is a GB district, from what I recall. So, no buildings are anywhere close to what the setbacks, their buildings large enough to do what they need to do, but yet we still had enough room to move the building around to stay off any one of the given property lines. So, any questions?
Do you need us to sign something to send to Caitlin?
That'd be nice if you could. This is a class 2 conditional use, so it's not going to require a public hearing. It's what they're doing is permitted in a GB zone, so it's reviewable by the director to approve. But if you wanted to offer a letter of support for this, that probably wouldn't hurt to have in the file.
Rob, don't they have to get a permit from us before she even reviews it? I thought, I thought,
That's kind of the reason why I'm here. I've been managing all the permitting process for them, including their building permit and stuff like that.
so we don't have to?
So if there's a permit that's needed, I'll certainly fill out that permit.
Is there
pay
a
for
permit
it.
needed?
Yes.
Oh, okay. But
So is
they-
it just for the conditional use?
It's basically for them to get their building permit. The conditional use is, again, administrative review. It's not
Right.
a board hearing. Cause it's a permitted use within there, but it falls under class 2. So that means the director can do the review.
So would it be correct to say that you need to submit a building permit to us first? That sounds like,
If that's something that you need, I can stop by tomorrow and do it, or do it tonight.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm just
I think
trying to
so.
figure out the process,
Okay.
what you guys need.
But can't we motion for the okay pending on the permit?
I just have another question.
Mhm.
This little picture with all these little dots on the left-hand side, is that all concrete? I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out where's all the concrete gonna go? This here
This
says
is,
concrete.
this is the driveway entrance. That's
Okay.
concrete.
Gotcha.
That'll be built to NDOT standard up to this point, and then this is a concrete drive. This is asphalt.
Okay, and then there's no concrete here either.
No.
It's just around.
So this line here is
Okay.
the property line for the NDOT.
Okay, I gotcha. Okay, so just driveway in and that's it. And this is this is the building itself.
So the garage doors will be on this end, right?
I see. Okay.
And then this will be the main entrance for
And NDOT,
employees. or-
NDOT doesn't have any issue with entrance, or have you guys talked to them at all, or?
I sent the permit in over a week ago, and the inspector's been down to look at it, and I think Caitlin's had some communication with it by email. And
Oh, okay.
I believe they said everything is gonna be recommended.
Oh, great. Okay. Thanks.
At least that was a conversation I had this morning.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mhm.
And then my only other question is, when easements are recorded, I'm sorry to ask this, it's probably stupid, but when easements are recorded on a survey, doesn't that mean we have to grant them, or are they
Uh,
automatically included in surveys? I thought it was something
Good question.
we granted.
That's a good question. What we did is we made a description for the easement. There's a center line easement. I think it was 10 feet both ways, 20 feet total, up to a point. So that you would have one for water and then one for sewer. So yes, you would have to have a conveyance document granted from the town of Brookville to the particular individual, as the grantee being Let's EMS.
So would that be before the building permit or after?
You probably want to do that before. So my anticipation was to file that survey plat tomorrow. That'll give a recording document, instrument number to reference to when you're using our legal description for those two easements, create a conveyance document.
And then if somebody wanted to look to see if the town actually granted it, they'd look up the conveyance document you're talking about?
Correct.
Okay, so the two kind of go hand in hand.
Correct.
Okay,
One,
thanks.
one references the other.
I understand. Okay, I'm sorry to ask such.
No, no problem.
question.
So Andy? What do we need to do?
I think, as Rebecca stated, I think that since Rob's here tonight, you could grant a conditional favorable recommendation or approval or pending the application of the building permit and review by Tim.
What about the easements?
I mean, normally, are you gonna have the town council sign off on?
Somebody would have to sign off,
Right.
whoever, if it's a board president or it's a vote by the council to approve. But those documents are drafted. I just didn't bring them with me tonight. It's got to be filed tomorrow at the recorders. And I can bring a copy of that when I come in for the permit tomorrow so that you could have that document for reference when that happens.
I think,
And what document are you talking about?
The recorded survey.
The recorded survey, but we won't have the conveyance by then.
Because they have like 1.3 acres and they're gonna divide that in half.
Oh,
Keep the half closest to the driveway to the sewer plant.
oh,
The other half where the car lot is they're gonna either hold on to it or sell it or whatever. I don't know what that plan is really right now. So, but that's what we're doing. We're gonna have that. They'll file a deed for that. Once they have a deed for that half that will be just proper for Let's EMS, then the next part would be is the town of Brookville could reference the recording of that and make a conveyance document for each easement. Is how it could work.
so if tonight all they did was, yeah, we're okay with conditional use, as, contingent upon the building permit being filed.
Mhm.
And then we handle the easement. I mean, we'll be back, council will meet again on the 21st.
Right. There's no real urgency. I think the main thing is talking with Matt Morrow. He spoke with me as well this morning. He's the chief there. And he said that they thought that they could have a contractor in to start with the construction of the building, the shell of the building, maybe later this week. So we'll have to get permits now that I'm hearing that. So, and if it can't happen, we could delay it. They're anxious to go. You can see they've been working for a while, getting their site ready. So, but we first had to finish the plans and get everything turned in and meet with you guys. So, and I knew tonight was one of those nights that we had to figure out what was the next step.
So Andy, what's your recommendation?
Because the easement is. I think with the conditional use, there doesn't seem to be any concerns, and I don't think there seems to be any concerns as far as the building permit goes, as long as, Tim looks at it, he's fine with it. But the easement's a little different in that you're giving somebody else a right, and I think that should be, kind of vetted by everybody prior to approval.
And if you guys want me to bring that back, a full copy version of that to you again at another time, I can do that. I don't have a problem doing that at all.
And has any discussion happened about the town being compensated for the easement?
Nobody's mentioned that. The only reason why I mentioned about creating an easement, it was because we don't have a main crossing. Well, there is a sewer main that partially crosses our property, but it wasn't the main that Tim recommended that we hook into. He said use the one behind the building down in the bottom by the recycling area. There's the other one that I think is coming in off of Mill Street or whatever that is. High Street.
But it would be much something to look into the manhole.
Right.
Directly behind the building.
Right.
That's the easiest, but it's probably the best for us also. And then the water main is the one that goes down the street towards the sewer plant. It's the only accessible water main there is. So I don't have a problem with either one of these easements.
So for the sewer and the water, we're talking there's the tap fee and the capacity fee of each that have been put in place.
Yes, that'll have to be.
Yeah, so they'll be paying that.
That ought to put in place.
again.
I still think if it's not gonna be too cumbersome on them, I think that giving council the ability to review what the easements are gonna look like prior to adoption. Again, if it's not gonna be too difficult on everybody, I think that is the best way to handle it, and just tonight, go ahead and, like I said, do a favorable recommendation for the conditional use pending approval of their, pending review of the building permit by Tim.
Okay,
And then they can at least move forward with that part of it.
so Becky, was that your motion?
That was my motion.
Okay, Becky's made a motion to give a favorable or to sign a letter that would tell Caitlin that we give a favorable recommendation pending Tim's inspection.
Favorable letter of the conditional use only.
Yeah,
Okay. And the new conditional use is what again? Sorry.
It's a class 2 conditional use for, I don't know I can't remember exactly the classification of what they called the building that they're putting it in, but it fit in the category for a general business zone. So, but it's for the LETS volunteer fire department for the EMS. It's going to be their central hub in Franklin County.
Yeah. that
They
just-
built one over in Matamora already. Now they're doing this one.
Okay, thanks.
do I have a second? Ethan seconded, all in favor, all opposed, unanimous.
Thank you. I'll stop and see Gina tomorrow for that permit and Tim. Pay whatever we need to pay on that. And then I'll also bring you a copy of a recorded survey that'll contain those easements.
Okay,
And that'll get you guys set up to make your decisions after that.
all right,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mark?
I'm here asking for the other $10,000 that we have in our contract with the town. I submitted what we've already spent. There's still more that we're gonna spend, but we also have our man hours that's gonna have to be paid out, so I'm gonna need that extra 10,000 to help pay the man hours.
Now, this has to be an additional appropriation, correct?
Yeah, so we'll have to advertise and submit to DLGF.
Okay, so we can't take any action tonight, correct?
I mean, you can give me authorization to advertise if you want.
Okay. Any discussion?
Yeah, so the contract that we signed with you allotted $20,000 that included man hours. So I don't think that any asking for additional money for man hours is appropriate because we already signed the contract where we provided that 20,000 for, I think it's man hours. I feel like it might be clothing maybe and vehicle allowances, but that's already included in the contract.
Yeah, but I haven't paid anything out. I used all the 20,000 to buy equipment because
Right.
I was, when we signed the contract, I didn't realize that the townships was paying in arrear. So it was a little hard starting the first of the year with, such little money. So
Right.
now, whether you say that you're doing the money that you guys give us, or if we say we're using the money from the townships, it doesn't matter. We're still taking money that we're getting and we have to pay out for the man hours of the guys.
Right, I'm just letting you know that it's already in the contract, so it doesn't really pass the common sense test that we've paid you the money for the man hours and now you're asking for money for man hours. The original idea was that all your money for operational expenses would come from the townships. And from what I understand, at least Brookville has already paid 25,000 this year to you.
Yeah,
that.
I have, but I still have more turnout gear to buy. I still need
No, I
more sets.
I understand. I'm just making sure that if we all kind of know what's on the table, the township already paid, we already paid. So-
Township hadn't paid total.
Irv told me that he paid 25,000 this
Yeah,
year
but
already.
You got half.
He paid half and then he just paid half, couple weeks ago, so.
Yeah, he said he paid 12.5 in January and 12.5 in June.
Okay,
So as far as he's concerned, he's done.
okay.
So if you got information different,
No,
okay. So now that you're up here, I'd just like to know, at previous meetings, we've been told that the fire department does not charge people in town for fires. Is that still your policy?
Um,
Because from my understanding, that was the policy for, I don't know, 50 years. So I just wanted to see if it was still the policy.
so we've sent bills out before and nobody ever pays, so it's considered soft billing. The
But-
most that you can get from anybody on a structure fire is $500.
So is it then the policy to bill people in town, being that their tax dollars already pay for the majority of your contract? Or is it not the policy?
So
Just so that we're clear with the public, so they know too.
okay, as of today, we just won't send out any more bills because we really don't get anything back. I mean, very seldom.
Well, I'm not saying either way. I'm just wanting to know what the policy is because we were told one thing and then something else happened. And
Well,
so I'm
that's
just,
the way it always was for years.
okay. But only so how many bills did you actually send out? Since you told everybody that you don't?
Maybe 3,
Oh, interesting. Okay,
because
good to know.
we haven't had, knock on wood, things has been pretty good, so.
So my next question, final question is, how many donations of money have you returned to people that have donated to the Brookville Fire Department? How many times has that happened?
Mm,
Since you've been, in the fire department for what, 25, 30 years?
1.
It's interesting, Mark.
Would you like a reason why?
No,
Yes.
I wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
The reason why is it was brought up into the meeting and the guys thought that was a little overboard. So that's why they wanted to return the money.
I agree.
any more discussion?
No,
Do you have a motion to give Gina permission to advertise for an additional appropriation?
I make that motion to do that.
Becky made that motion. Is there a second? Ethan seconded.
I
Oh,
don't think I don't think he's allowed. Cause he's a volunteer.
Yeah, no.
No, you have to abstain. I'm sorry.
Abstain.
Yeah, abstain.
Do you second? Rick seconded. All in favor? All opposed? 3-1 with 1 abstention.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Mark. National Night Out event request.
They would like, last year they used the pool for the National Night Out, free entry. They would like to use the pool again this year for the same event.
It was a very nice event last year.
Is this with the police departments? Is that what we're
Correct.
talking?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
The sheriff and police
Yes.
department. Yeah, stay in line.
I think you were there last year.
Huh? Yeah, everybody was, we all had a real good time.
I make that motion to grant that request.
Becky made a motion to grant the request. Is there a second? Ethan's allowed to second it this time and he seconds it. All in favor?
Does Crystal have enough people to man this event?
She will.
She wanted to get approval prior to seeking workers
Okay,
to make sure she could cover it.
thank you.
All in favor? All opposed? 5-0. Staying Alive request to sponsor free pool days, August 31st and September 1st. And September 1st is Labor Day. Gina and I checked today.
So basically, Staying Alive covers the cost of entry for non-members for those 2 days, and then we invoice them and they pay for those entry fees.
I know last year Crystal said this year she didn't know about it and she wondered why everybody was so lined up all the way back to the fire department. So this year she'll know and that way she'll be properly staffed. So yes. I make that motion to grant those 2 days.
Becky made the motion, Ethan seconded, all in favor, all opposed, 5-0. Kathy Stockoff, Schilling Center request.
So Kathy Stockoff, our budget field representative from Department of Local Government and Finance, had asked if council would entertain allowing DLGF to utilize the Schilling Center in March of 2026. Obviously free of charge, but they would be holding some budget review meetings there at a location for our county, I assume, or our region. She didn't have a specific date in mind, but maybe wanted to get approval. And that way, when she does have a date, we could clear it with the fire department and then see if that's available for
Is
them
that
to
just
use.
one day?
As far,
Okay.
yes, as far as I
Okay.
know, she said
Okay.
1 day, yeah.
Yes. I make that motion to grant that request.
Becky made the motion to grant Kathy's request. Is there a second? Got a second? Ethan seconded. All in favor? All opposed? 5-0. Eagles donation request for benefit.
So the Eagles are requesting 2 rounds of golf to be donated for their event. They are raising money this year to benefit St. Jude for Children's Hospital Cancer Research. And their event is going to be on July 26th at the Eagles. I think last year we donated 2 rounds of golf for them and they benefited the Wounded Warrior Project, I believe. Wounded Warriors.
You remember that?
Did they mention any kind of marketing that they could do for us, that the golf course would be giving anything away?
I didn't ask. Do you have a request?
Well, I would like to request that anytime we constantly give all these golf course membership or green fees away, that the people that we give them to would market for us so that people would know that the town is supporting whatever organization to help us with getting more people to come to the golf course. If we just,
What ideas do you want them to do? Like, do you want them to announce it? Do you want them to have a?
the sky's the limit. Sure, announce it, put it on their brochures, put it on their marketing, post it on their Facebook pages that the town is helping. Market it in lots of different ways would be great, instead of just secretly giving and then we get nothing in return.
Well, the certificates also have the logos and then the gift amounts. So on behalf of the BTC usually, so like whoever's receiving those or bidding on those, or, I mean, they do have a certificate when they're looking at it to know that it's coming from the town. But you're talking about,
I'm talking about marketing. When they market the event, that the marketing goes out to the public, not just to the 10 or 20 people that go up to
That
the
are there.
basket,
right?
but to the public to know what they, what the town is doing with the organization.
I think on that note, I think we could just ask them. They don't have to do it because they're raising money for these events and I don't think we ought to try to do something that's going to impose more expense on them.
I agree.
Just mention it and it's not like they really have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
You
think
don't even have to mention it. They're gonna vote yes anyway. You don't have to mention it. It's just something I always ask for.
I have a motion and a second.
I motion that we give them 4 rounds of golf.
Okay.
This is a fantastic program and I think 4 rounds of golf would be great
Instead of 2.
instead of 2. Yes.
Huh? Yeah. You seconded it. Okay, Becky made a motion for 4 rounds of golf. Ethan seconded. All in favor? All opposed? 4-1. VFW request to use the 8th Street Municipal Lot.
So Kay Parker with BFW had asked if they would be able to hold a beer stand in the Dora at the 8th Street Municipal Lot from 4 to 9 p.m. on July 25th in celebration of the parade, the Brookville Lake anniversary. They'll have a small gazebo tent, table for serving, coolers, trash cans, plenty of Dora cups. She has submitted their 1-day temporary license to Chief Mitchum and then also to the state. They'll also have additional licensed servers and will sell beer only. And then I already told her if this passed, she'd have to sign the hold harmless and then get the insurance, certificate of insurance.
VFW is having problems with people knowing that they are down where they are during events with the Dora and everything. So, it was suggested that they come up to the top of the hill and have something up there.
I thought she said the entrance to the parking lot. The entrance to the parking lot? Or the top, you mean on the sidewalk?
No, it's in the parking lot, but
Okay.
it's on top of the
She
hill.
said we are requesting approval to use a small portion of the 8th Street municipal lot.
Yeah.
She doesn't say,
Oh, I thought you said entrance, my bad.
sorry. No, I don't think I did.
Any discussion?
How often do they want to do that?
They're doing it one time.
It's a 1-day,
Just a
1-day only.
Yeah, if they do it again, they'll again ask them.
Yeah, they have to get a temporary license each time. I think
And
they
that's
did
what I was
this.
gonna say, if council so desires to approve this, I would ask that, I would suggest that the approval be contingent upon the issuance of that temporary license and the execution of the hold harmless agreement.
Do I have a motion? Keith made a motion to grant this contingent on they're getting a license. Is there a second? Becky seconded, all in favor, all opposed, 5-0. Quotes for hole number 12 repair.
Hey, I think, I submitted a quote from Harrison Excavating at the last meeting, I believe. And I reached out to, Brackney, Excavating, who, said they were interested, but they never did get back with me for quote. Now, O'Mara, did get back with me, but he does not have a quote ready. I told him that I would like to have it before this meeting. He didn't act like that would be a problem. But when I contacted him last Thursday, he said it would be sometime this week before he could get a quote ready. So that's where we're at with the
I kind of
quotes.
think we need to move on it as soon as we can. Before we have another big rain.
Mhm.
Do you agree?
I agree.
Yeah, with the cost of the work estimated to be less than $50,000, inviting quotes from 3 people is where, or 3 companies known to do work in that area is what's required. Tim's done that.
Here we have one bid and bid is for $28,200. Do I have a motion? Ethan made a motion to approve Ben's bid. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Becky seconded. All in favor? All opposed? 5-0. Okay, we're gonna have a public hearing for an additional appropriation. Do I have a motion to open the public hearing?
I'll make that motion to open the public
Becky
hearing.
made the motion to open the hearing. Is there a second? Ethan seconded. All in favor? All opposed? So it's 4.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Which,
sorry.
which way
Right,
did you
so-
vote?
I approve. I approve whatever just happened.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
5-0. Okay. Take over, Gina.
Okay, so I had to request to do an additional appropriation to expend more funds from our MVH restricted. There was some other items that needed to be fixed, and Row Asphalt gave Rocky a quote. It was $27,050. This was for a 6-inch patch on 7th Street and 4-inch patch in crosswalk area for M patch. Was that 5th Street? Huh?
Is that the intersection by you? Now?
There was 6-inch patch on 7th Street and 4 in patching crosswalk area for Impatch. I'm not, oh, this is Progress. I'm sorry. That says Progress Street. Progress Street and Seventh Street. I'm
Okay.
sorry. That was due to the stormwater construction.
Okay,
That was
okay.
done. My apologies.
All right.
Didn't see Progress up top.
Okay.
So yeah. So that total was $27,050. I advertised to have those services completed and be paid.
Anybody got any comment? Do I close the hearing before we vote on it?
Yeah, if there's no public comment, then you would move to
Do I
close the
have a
public. hearing.
motion to close the public hearing? Ethan made the motion to close the public hearing. Do I have a second? Becky seconded. All in favor? All opposed? Unanimous. Do I have a motion to approve the additional appropriation? Ethan made a motion to approve the additional appropriation. Do I have a second?
Oh, second.
Becky seconded. All in favor? All opposed? 5-0.
And that's the resolution, Gina?
Correct.
Yeah, so it's resolution 2025-6,
Yes.
It should be.
just for the record.
Brookville Redevelopment Commission amended spending plan.
So the Brookfield Redevelopment Commission did amend their initial spending plan from when it was originally passed last year, at the end of last year. So anytime they do an amendments, it needs to be brought to council to show what the amendments were, and then I'll have to upload it into Gateway.
And the amendments are highlighted.
So the changes are highlighted?
Correct.
So
Okay. It doesn't really, I mean, what if you're colorblind? So the Beeble and Brookfield grant was not in their budget last year?
please,
It was, but it wasn't, I didn't carry it over because it wasn't expended in 2024. I didn't make any payments to them in 24.
So it was in the budget last year, but it wasn't in the budget this year?
Correct.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
any discussion? Do we even have to approve this or just,
No, because I think they just have to submit it to you for
Okay.
your review
all right,
before I submit to Gateway.
all right. Building permit for Kathleen Hunt. Where'd Tim go? Oh.
Kathleen Hunt would like to install a pool in her backyard. And on her application, I noticed that she did not have setbacks, but so I called her and talked to her about this. And she has plenty of room for any setbacks. And she said she will comply with any setbacks that are needed for this pool. I think she listed two options on her site plan, and this would be for option number one.
Any questions? Becky, that's your area. Do you want to make a motion?
Sure, I'll make the motion to pass it.
Becky made a motion to approve Kathy Hunt's building permit. There's a second. Ethan seconded. All in favor? All opposed? 5-0.
Tim, do we have to write on her permit what those setbacks are, or will she know? Or did you already tell her what they are?
I told her, but I will write them on the permit.
Okay.
What's needed.
Because I think they're gonna pick it up tomorrow, so make sure. we'll
Okay.
Write that on there before you go.
Electric for municipal parking lot quotes.
So Rocky was requested to gather 3 quotes for the municipal parking lot next to the old PD. The Main Street events that they're having in the music on Main requires electricity, and they're having to run an extension cord from inside the building to the outside. It was the idea that they install the electric on the outside, so it's easily accessed, not have to be.
Yeah, all the.
Yeah. So Rocky got three quotes, one from Kerr Electric. It looks like the estimate total was $872.04. Ludwig Contracting, $1,285. And Fields Heating, Plumbing and Electric was $1,400.
I cannot vote on this or discuss it. I abstained, so. Does anybody want to discuss this else?
Now, Main Street's wanting the town to pick up the tab for this?
It's our bill.
Yeah, but it's
It's
Main
our-
Street that's gonna.
It's
benefit.
our electric.
That's what I'm
We're
saying.
kind of working in conjunction, with Main Street, on everything that we do.
And they're lockable.
Yes.
Or that's the same thing.
Yeah.
You're going back to 97.
Yes, it does say,
Um,
so the first one says a rain tight lockable wall mounted enclosure.
Yeah, they have to be.
yeah.
Any more discussion? Their motion?
I make that motion to go ahead with it.
Becky made a motion to approve the lowest quote.
Kerr Electric,
Kerr
872.
Yeah, for electric, yeah.
Do I have a second? Ethan seconded, all in favor? 4-0 with one abstention. Building permit for Marcus Manson.
This is for a storage building. Actually, it's already in place, but it meets all the setbacks and everything. And they will have to also get a permit from the county because it's 200 square feet or larger. So, and they're aware of this. So,
So did we get a complaint? Did somebody complain he didn't get a permit?
actually, I was in this building when I saw the semi pull up and start to unload this. So I went over and questioned what was going on. And I said, you need a permit. But the driver, I told him, I said, show me where you're gonna set it. And he did. I said, you're gonna be all right. Just go ahead and unload it and do it. That's how it was found out. So.
Thank you.
Right place, right time. Any discussion? Anyone want to make a motion? Either made a motion to approve the building permit.
I'll second it.
Becky seconded, all in favor, all opposed, 5-0. Brookville Sports Plex pay application number 4.
So Shooty Excavating submitted pay application for work completed. The total of this payment will be $97,196.72. Lang from VS Engineering reviewed and gave approval for us to submit for council's approval.
Any discussion? Do I have a motion? Ethan made a motion to pay it. Is there a second?
I'll make that motion or second it.
Becky, second motion. All in favor? All opposed? 5-0. Additional proposed change order for the Brookville Sportsplex. Do you want to explain this, Rick?
Well, on the alley side, something has to be done where the comes off the edge of the alley. And after discussions, the blacktop would be the best option and probably the cheapest. And Brad sent us a drawing to give us a price on it. The side with the alley and Longstreet side to the center of the courts was 28.75. And the other side of the walkway to 9th Street was 23.25. The print called for this to be fill dirt and be solid. Or they kicked the idea around of the rocks, but they decided not to go with the rocks because they're afraid of kids would be throwing them. And I don't know if there's some kind of monetary, a dollar amount on that fill dirt and sod that would maybe we could subtract that from this right here. That's a question, I guess, for Ling, what was originally supposed to go there? And that's where we're at. I think it should be blacktop. And we need to make a decision because they want the fence posts and everything in before they do this.
Is water runoff an issue with the blacktop? Is it good?
Shouldn't be, should, I don't think it will be. I mean,
That's why they did.
Okay.
and
They
They're
felt
gonna
that
be there.
rock would wash down onto it. And kids would throw it.
oh yeah, they will. Plus, they're gonna be there here shortly to blacktop where they put the drains in, so. I think it needs to be done.
Any discussion?
Gina, this is on the, you sent it out as a proposed change order, so
It's not official. I don't have.
that's
a-
what I was gonna
yeah.
say. There would have to be an official
Well,
change
I
order.
think if they decide to proceed, then Lang would have to do the change order, prepare
Right.
it. Like with what Rick said, if they had something originally planned for that side, she'll have to deduct and then add.
Right. So I think the motion would be,
Because
if you're in agreement with Rick and think this is how it should be handled, I think the motion would be to have a formal change order prepared
Okay,
for the next meeting.
Rick, were you able to double check with Shelley at the foundation about their funds?
No, actually,
Okay.
as soon as I got there, Tom texted me and said they already started a meeting at the pickleball, so I just
Oh,
turned
okay.
around, got the bar, and went over there.
Okay.
but we were in a meeting and she said we had about 5,000 more than what you said. And you
Okay.
said about 17, so I think it's over 22. That we were in meeting with.
Was that after that first change, that second change order? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't gotten with her yet on the amounts.
Imagine everybody needs to get together on the same page, to find out exactly what is there.
So do we motion for a change order?
No, not change of words. Her prepare.
I motion that you prepare that.
Rick, if we don't sign the change order until the next meeting, is that gonna delay them from work?
It could.
Because it sounds like it.
I think very well. Throw a wrench in it.
Can we go ahead and motion for her to prepare them too?
That's what I'm worried about. It will throw a wrench in it if we keep kicking it down the road. I don't.
What I would suggest is, yeah, in the interest of not delaying things, if council wanted to make a motion to authorize John to sign the change order, provided the change order is not to exceed $5,200, since that's the quote for the.
Do I have a motion for that?
I motion that.
Becky made a motion, Ethan seconded. Any discussion?
We definitely need to get with Lang and find out if there was a dollar amount allotted
Yes.
for this end right here.
Yeah, we
Gonna
will.
be small, very small.
It'd be minimal, but right now y'all ain't got money to.
All in favor? All opposed? 4 to
I'm sorry, I'm in favor again.
5 to 0.
Sorry.
Okay. Any comments from the public? Do I have a motion for adjournment?
I motion to adjourn the meeting.
Becky made the motion to adjourn, Ethan seconded it, all in favor? 5-0. Not 17 minutes, Tim.